despite Scott Jennings putting forward exactly the reasons that they lost so hard, you've still got the same talking points from morons like David Axelrod.
About this, okay, let's be absolutely blunt about it. There were appeals to racism in this campaign, and there is racial bias in this country, and there is sexism in this country. And anybody who thinks that that did not in any way impact on the outcome of this race is wrong.
They learn nothing. They just don't learn.
And they won't. They won't, because everything is about race and sex to them. Everything.
God, it's exhausting.
The people have spoken. We're sick of your crap. We're sick of that.
So sick of it.
So sick.
Van Jones was so emotional and over the top. Like the things that he says are just they made me laugh. I know I'm supposed to be like, oh, you know, like,
yeah, but he's
looking for a specific reaction. What he got from me was like just
laughter,
uproarious laughter. Here's Van.
I hear what you're saying, and I do see it differently, because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite who are hurting tonight.
Really?
There are African American women who know a little bit about being talked down to.
Oh my God.
And know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed.
Were they called garbage?
Who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
Oh my God.
And
it's a good acting job, though. It's good.
They're
He's good at
facing
acting.
rejection. And that hurts. They thought tomorrow morning they're going to walk out with their shoulders back a little bit. Maybe able to breathe for the first time and feel like they belong someplace.
Because they can't
breathe.
breathe.
They did everything that they knew how to do. And it's going to be harder than it should be tomorrow for them to hold their heads up. And they're not the only people who are hurting tonight. If you're a parent of a trans kid, your child's face was used as a springboard to power for somebody.
What is Charlize Theron going to do? Charlize Theron, what is she going to do? All of her trans kids, what is she going to do, Mark?
The thing is that all the people he's talking about are going to benefit from a Trump presidency in so many ways.
They're there. He just is low T. All right. It's like his testosterone was really low last night. He was having a bad night. Actually, he should call Tim Walz and get some tampons. Good Lord. These men are so beta. I am so sick of beta males. I'm so sick of seeing them. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of all the beta males. I can't. I've had my fill. I can't. I'm so tired. I can't.
Jake Tapper and what's his name? Anderson Cooper. They were forced in real time, of course, to call the Pennsylvania race, which is really what clinched the deal for Donald Trump. And the pain with which they make this announcement is just a delight, you guys.
She's really enjoying this so much.
Their pain is delicious.
And it is hard to think of a political comeback that is actually more significant than this one. I'm tempted to say Richard Nixon, but that really falls short of what Donald Trump has achieved.
Yeah, I mean, winning not just the electoral votes, but the popular vote as well.
Okay, that wasn't even the clip that I was preparing you for.
It's still, it's painful though. It hurts. Right. Like Anderson especially is like, he has like a vert coming up. It's like a vomit burp. You know what I mean? It's coming up in his throat. He's just like, oh God, my caviar is coming up. He can't deal, you know? He just can't. I love it. I love all of this. Keep playing it, Mark.
Oh yeah. And you will see the Pennsylvania call too. But I had these mixed up. But this next one is Jonathan Capehart, who we just showed the other day.
God,
which was,
I can't wait.
Oh my God.
So great.
I can't get enough of these, you guys. I can't.
I know, right? It's just the greatest. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
I mean, there's a shift right, and then there's a shift to Trump, and shifting to Trumpism. And, you know, I'm looking at a lot of things, especially after David talked about looking at counties and, you know, how Trump is gaining on what he did in 2020. And to me, I'm mystified in some ways simply because we're talking about a twice impeached, 4 times indicted, convicted on 34 felony counts, former president. That's one bucket. Then in another bucket, you have all of the things he's been saying on the campaign trail that gets to the decency that the woman was talking about in that last report, and how she wanted to vote for Vice President Harris because she didn't like that Madison Square Garden rally. I am mystified that despite all of that, he's gaining support compared to 2020. And it gets back to something I said earlier at some point, one of the hours ago, that who are we as a country? And we're starting to find out. And from what I'm seeing right now, I'm not sure I like it.
He's not sure that he likes it, you guys. You know what? If he wants to know what we are as a country, he needs to spend some time in my neighborhood. Get out of your elitist bubble, you jerk, and spend some time in my neighborhood, and then you'll find out who we are as a country. God, these people are such elitist. I don't want to say all the things. I want to say all the things. They live here and they talk down to people. Come spend 5 minutes where I live.
God, doesn't it make it so much more fun to watch them right now?
It is, but it also makes me angry because they don't learn. They don't. They're just like, I don't understand it, and I don't like it. I don't. He's such a Brooks Brothers jerk, they are above everybody else. They talk down. Those people are such garbage. I don't understand why this happened, and I don't like it.
They're gonna keep at it because it will, like, his victory actually gives them a lot of job security in a way. You know what I mean? Because the left will be looking to them to feed off of their worst ideas, worst emotions.
It'll be 2016 all over again. Yeah. I mean, perhaps. Yeah.
They'll still have that audience.
They will. They'll have the the ones who are, looking for the next vaccine,
right?
And they're like, oh, please tell us what to do, daddy media and daddy government, because we don't know, because we're so scared. We thrive on fear. And so, yeah, you're right. They will be looking to them to tell them what to do. But I can't imagine they're gonna gain people. Because I feel like they've already chipped away at some of the electorate, as evidenced by this election.
Right. And people now mistrust them or distrust them more than ever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully people who do watch will be taking it with a bit of a grain of salt. Because
or mocking it like we will.
Exactly. Like, I cannot wait to watch The View today. God,
me too. It's going to be glorious, you guys.
Let's hear from another one of our favorites, Chris Hayes. This is a double clip. He's got to talk about the Electoral College first, and then just some results.
It's very funky and terrible system called the Electoral College,
terrible.
Which decides elections in a way that's totally different than every other election in the United States decided, and the way that anything's decided anywhere else in the world. We should scrap it. The House, we're not going to know for weeks, but it's possible that Donald Trump and the Republicans will have a trifecta, as they did in 2016. In which case, the bulwark, against whatever overreach there could be, and whatever those depredations might be, and I think you're going to have a tendency to overreach if they do, is the kind of thing that's democracy between elections, which is the work of civil society, it's the work of the fourth estate, it's the work of institutions, it's the work of citizens. All that's super important stuff. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
And listen, misery. Does that mean?
No, it's fantastic. I am enjoying it because they've made, because the reason that this happened, okay, which is something they will never understand and get into their stupid skulls because they're ignorant, is because of the job performance, the crappy job performance of your people over the past 4 years, or the lack thereof.
And the utter lack of transparency or even talking to the American people. It was, how much did we have to beg for the president to ever speak to the press.
Yes.
Now Trump press conferences are back, baby.
They
We're gonna
are
be
back.
hearing about everything every day, and that is the way it should be.
And all the successes he's going to have, all the work he's going to do, all the things he's going to check off of his list, because he will say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and he's going to freaking do them.
Yeah.
Whereas those people didn't do jack squat except set this country on fire.